everyone. It's August the 5th today, 2021. The time is flying. It's Thursday already. I can't believe it's Friday again tomorrow. Oh, all the weeks are just flying past. It's quite scary, really, that time goes so quick. Anyway, it's not a very warm day today. It's quite cool. What's the temperature inside here? So I've put my coat on today. Right, so it says it's 62 in here, which is 21, oh, not 20, 10, 15, 18 degrees centigrade, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what it is inside the polytunnel. It's probably just a tiny little bit colder outside than it is in here today. Anyway, so I've got my coat on today and it's very windy, so it's quite stormy, so we haven't let the chickens out. Well, they were out this morning, and then oh, there's a little bird just in here just then. They're just sitting on the ground there. That was funny, just flew out. Anyway, distractions. Right, so things I want to get up to today. So I just want to do some tidying up inside the polytunnel a bit. I did do some tidying up this morning. I'll show you in a minute what I did this morning over in the corner, because I needed to push the lavatory back because they're getting quite tall and they sort of fell forward onto the beams. So what I did in the corner was I tidied up the bed, like weeded it, and made sure that the beams were all tied in properly, because they're actually getting flowers on now, and made sure that the little what is it called, pineapple berry in the corner was able to latch onto something. So I done that, and yesterday before I went indoors, after I'd been outside cutting the bush back and tidying up the front, so I tidied up around the house yesterday, the bed outside the front door, which had massive stinging nettles in it, and the edge along, which I just cleared it a little bit, just took the dead stuff out, didn't take all the plants out, because I quite liked some of them. And then I done the other area over the other side where there are some more herbs and stuff. Millions of ants in that area, so I quickly done that and left it. Yeah, and I've decided that the car park outside the garage bit, I'm going to have to scrape it. But I did try and spray. Oh my god, nothing went right yesterday or this morning. I did try and spray the bit outside the garage, but now my spray thing won't work. I don't know why. So I rigged it all up yesterday. It would have been the ideal day to do it, because it was really, really hot. Complete contrast in what we've got going on today. It was beautiful and hot yesterday. It would have been perfect to spray the weeds outside the garage door, but no, I couldn't get any pressure to go in the spray gun, like, you know, like for your weeds. So I tried for ages, and then I had to give up with that idea. So then I went off and cut the dogwood plant, which I did. So I've cut that. So, and today I'm just having one of those really miserable kind of days. I don't know if you get those days. I think the weather has a lot to do with it. It really affects me, the weather. I don't know if it affects you like that. But I was trying to do some paperwork. I managed to set up one direct debit, but everything is so difficult now. You try and ring up someone. Sorry, I'm just going to have a little rant for a minute here. So I'm just going to sit on this stool and have a rant for a moment, because I'm in a ranting mood. So anyway, I decided that I needed to set up a direct debit for an HMRC for the PAYE for myself. So no, haven't managed to do that yet because of the gateway thing, and then it wants you. I tried ringing because I wanted to set up a direct debit, but then you go through all this rigmarole of talking to a machine, answering questions, yes, no, 3 bags full, and then it says, right, now we need to take you to some more security measures. And I just put the phone down. I thought, oh, for God's sake, seriously? I've given you my details. What more do you need? These government bloody bodies now, it's just getting ridiculous. Every time you try and sort something out, it's like, and then they say, oh, we are receiving a high volume, same rubbish as that I got the other day, high volume of calls at the moment. I'm thinking, yeah, right, okay. But then it guides you to the HMRC website. So off I go on there. And then it's equally as complicated. I mean, why is everything so complicated? Sorry, I'm just having a moan because all this stuff really frustrates me. So I tried to sort this stuff out on Monday, and then I've tried to sort it out again today, and I managed to print off a direct debit mandate form because I can't actually speak to a proper human being. So I managed to fill it in, and so I've done that, but I still haven't managed to do the other one that I wanted to do, and I've actually slammed the computer shut and come outside because I'm so frustrated with it. I just can't be bothered. I just get so annoyed with paperwork type stuff and talking to bureaucrats. It just drives me nuts. Anyway, so I've given up with that. I just have to. Anyway, so I put this section in a really heavy. I feel really heavy. But on a lighter note, yesterday we done something on the spur of the moment which we haven't done for ages. Anyway, we went out, decided to go to Barmouth to go and get some fish and chips for our tea. And anyway, so we went to Barmouth, really busy, even in the evening. We went in the sort of early evening-ish because we thought, oh, it might be quiet, but no, very busy in Barmouth. So we drove on down this road that we hadn't been before. It was all the way along the coast, past Barmouth, and we just carried on and carried on. The view was absolutely amazing, looking across over to the sea, and then it was beautiful. And then all of a sudden we appeared at Harlech, which is like where the old castle is, and we stayed there because before we came and bought this place, we actually stayed at Harlech because we was interested in another property which was nearer to Harlech, and so we actually stayed there, and it was funny. We walked around, so we parked up, we walked around the little town. It's really, really small. We tried to find some fish and chip shops there, nothing there. Chinese, Indian, nah, didn't want that. It was a tiny place. So on our way back, the fish and chip shops was all quietened down by then, and I was just able to go in and order the fish and chips. But then we had to drive home because we couldn't eat it out like we planned to, like sit on the beach, because it was quite late and our chickens and Anu were still out. So we had to quickly come back, and we didn't get back here till like 9:15, and the chickens were because they go in roost mode, and they have to go and find somewhere to sit and sleep. But luckily they were sort of outside the front of the garden here, and we managed to get them to go all back in, apart from one of them. She went off and hid somewhere, but got up well early this morning, about 6 o'clock, was making loads of racket. So Simon picked her up and put her back in the chicken house with the rest of them. Yeah, so it's all been fun and games, but that was really wonderful. So we went on this wonderful drive down the coast, and it was wonderful, and it was lovely because it was like a spur of the moment thing to do. So we must do more of that. Just go off and drive around. We live in a beautiful place. The location where we live in the Snowdonia and around this area. We don't live near Snowdonia. We live in the Snowdonia National Park. But the areas around here, the scenery is so stunning, and we're not far from the coast. We're only like 20 minutes from the coast, which is Barmouth, which is our nearest seaside. But it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. The scenery and the hills, the mountains where we live. When we drive to Dolbrodmaeth, the mountains are beautiful. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better place to live in the times that we're now living. It's just a beautiful place to live. Anyway, that's enough. I've been talking for 10 minutes now about... Yeah, anyway, sometimes it's nice just to have a little chat, isn't it? And not talk about gardening or anything like that. And anyway, I might start these Sue's rants because my son quite likes them. He used to like listening to them, my rantings, but I will call this Sue's rant, this one, and separate it from my gardening video because yeah, this is just a rant. I'm just having a rant at the moment. I'm just sitting in my polytunnel ranting. But I do feel very lucky about where I live and everything, and the fact that we chose this place over loads of others, even though my partner thinks that sometimes we should have chose a different place to this one, but we chose this for a reason and we're here now, and we just have to make the most of it. It's not like a bad place to be, is it really? We did look at a place right on the coast, which is why we go to Barmouth, because the place we were looking at was not in Barmouth, it was outside Barmouth, but it was beautiful. It was a lovely house, but we weren't meant to have it, so we didn't get it. So that's that. I always think that everything happens for a reason myself. No matter how hard it seems to be at the time, there seems to be a reason behind it all, and I think we're here for a reason. So that's what I think, and so we are. It's good in lots of other ways, so you know, it's what you make it at the end of the day. But I absolutely love it here, and the place we looked at, we couldn't have had a polytunnel there, but we would have been on the coast. But you can't have everything. We're not far from the sea, and I absolutely love it here right now, and this is where my heart is at the moment. So my heart might be somewhere else later, you know, in a few years time, but at the moment this is where my heart is, and this is where I love being right now. And I think this is we're supposed to be here right now at this particular moment in time. That's what I believe. Anyway, I'm gonna yeah, I'm just looking at my pretty flowers. Yeah, it's pretty in here. It looks really pretty. Anyway, I want to go and do a bit of, I feel really tired. Look at my bags. I feel so tired today. It's definitely this weather. It feels like there's like a massive, it's really cloudy and suppressing today. I had this feeling the other day, but it's really bad today. I feel really squashed down in the you know, heaviness of the weather. Really bad today. I'm just looking at my fig. It's getting really big. Anyway, I'll get back onto the gardening. I'll separate this video from my gardening videos and have this just a Sue's rant video today, because I just felt like I needed to have a little rant. Anyway, I'm going to get surprised. I've got an itchy nose. Means you're going to get a surprise. Yeah, good surprise, I hope, not a bad one. Anyway, I'll see you again soon, and the next bit of the video will be about gardening. Keep it light. Anyway, bye, thank you, see you later, bye for now, bye.